Hello and welcome to Toy Polloi 2. Now, currently over on Toy Polloi I'm restoring a vintage Space 1999 Mattel Moon Base Alpha set, and it's been quite an interesting project because there's lots of sort of areas to fix. But one thing that I would like to do when I'm doing restorations is try and provide the sticker files for other people to use. Now in this instance on this set I don't actually need the sticker file myself, all of the stickers are in place, but I still want to provide that as something for others to use. So what do I do though if I don't have a scan of the sticker sheet that I can sort of tidy up? Well, the answer is I actually end up sort of taking photos of the stickers that are on the toy. I'll take those into Photoshop and tidy them up myself and sort of rework them. But how do I go about doing that? Well, that's what I'm going to show you today. So there's only sort of one main part that has stickers on this set, which is this sort of control panel. You can see there are stickers all over it, and then there's a few stickers on the vinyl back plates. So what we've got to do is take photos of every single one of these stickers, but make sure there's not sort of too much glare on them. As you can see, these are sort of fairly shiny stickers, so my lights are sort of shining on them, so I need to take them without any glare on them and also as flat as possible. And I just do that with my mobile phone. I don't have an amazing mobile phone, this is a Motorola phone, but the cameras on it are pretty reasonable, and as long as you get nice flat images, by the time you've taken them into Photoshop and tidied them up, they will work really well and you'll end up with stickers that look just as good as the originals. So let's take a load of photographs. I also need to take measurements of all of the stickers because we obviously need to know how big these are, so I'll measure every single one of these stickers and write them down in my little notebook, and then we'll take all of those things into Photoshop and start working them up. But the first thing we've got to do is take some photos. So let's take the photos of the flatter things first, which are on this base, and then we can start taking photos of all of the pieces on here as well. So this is the main part of the toy, which is sort of the vinyl piece, and there are some pictures on the control windows at the back, your control screen. So there's 3 stickers here, 3 stickers here, and then there's a couple on these side plates. All I'm going to do, this is my phone as I showed you, I'm going to put it over the top of those as flat as I possibly can. Make sure there's as little glare as possible as well. Sometimes you have to move things around. At the moment this is not particularly easy because I've got the camera in the way, but I'm going to get this as sort of neat and tidy as I possibly can. Make sure it's nice and focused and nice and flat on so it's not too distorted. And then I'll start taking a few photos just of those. With some of these it's not going to be too awkward because these are stock photos that I know I've seen before in other bits of sort of Space 1999 merchandise, so I probably can find most of those again, but I will still take photos of them. We do the same on this one, so I just fold that little flap around, make sure we've got a nicely lined up shot, nice and flat. I'll take a few versions of this, just multiple sort of shots with my camera, so I've got lots to choose from. Then we'll move on to the next ones. So there's one more here. Again, I'm just going to line this up, make sure there's not too much glare on anything, make it sure it's nice and flat. Take a few photos of it. And we'll do the same on the other side of this base, because I'm sure there's another picture on the other side of it, which as you can see, there is. So we'll take a photo of that one as well. And while I've got this piece out, I will also take some measurements. I've just got a ruler here and I'll quickly measure these up. So we can see that that is 58 millimeters. I've done a very sort of crude sketch here of that sticker just so I know what it was. And I'll put 58 millimeters there. And then I'll measure the height of it, which we can see is 33 millimeters, like that. I'll do the same to all of the stickers that are on this sheet. Just a crude drawing and a sort of crude markup. It's enough for me to remember what I'm doing, and where stickers are the same I just generally write ×2 because there's a duplicate sticker on the other side, different images but it's the same proportion, so I know exactly what size these are. And I've got to do this for all of the stickers on this back plate. And now we do the same for this piece. It's a little bit more awkward just because there's some funny shapes and funny angles, but all the stickers are essentially flat. They're not put on any curved surfaces. So as long as I take nice neat photos and take lots of measurements, I should be able to sort of tidy these up in Photoshop without any issues. Now that I have all the photos taken, I can take those into Photoshop and start working them up and tidying them up. The first thing I do is make a new image file which is the same size as the sticker that I'm trying to copy. Then I take one of the photos of the particular sticker I'm trying to tidy up and manipulate it and shape it until it fits within that image size, because I know then that it will be the correct size once it is printed out. Then it's just a case of tidying up the image using all of the tools available to me in Photoshop and basically cleaning up any of the damage that the sticker has and any glare that may have come through when taking a photograph of it. This can take quite a while to do depending on what the sticker is and how much damage there is to it, but it's well worth taking as much time as you can to tidy these things up. With Space 1999 there was an awful lot of promotional images created for the show, and luckily they used a whole load of those in the creation of this toy and other toys. So when I first started looking at these stickers, I had a quick look around the internet to see what promo images had been used, and it just so happened there were a lot used to make up this sticker sheet. So I found as many as I could of those, and that has saved me a lot of time because I can just cut and paste some of those straight into this sticker sheet rather than having to tidy up the images that I'd taken photographs of. Working on stickers like this does end up taking a lot longer than you would expect, just because there are so many different stickers and so many different shapes. Each one often requires its own custom mask to be made so that you've got a nice sharp edge to it, and then there's also a lot of tidying up to do, especially on a toy of this age where the stickers have seen a fair amount of play wear and have lots of marks and scuffs on them that all need to be tidied up to make them look as new as possible. And after more hours than I probably would have liked to have spent doing this, I've ended up with a sticker sheet that is really looking very nice. All of the stickers have been tidied up and are now ready for printing. So if you want to use these for your own project, I would suggest printing them out onto glossy sticky backed printer paper. The file is going to be available for free on toypolloi.com, so do go and check that out, along with all of the other sticker files that I provide there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video here on Toy Polloi 2 and it's given you a little insight into what I do to create the new stickers for the projects that I work on. And thanks for watching.